next app we'll take a look at is Social Media Suite. So Instagram is its own app, but then we have Social Media Suite that pulls in Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn as well. So again, we can paginate or just search for it. So social. So what we can do is we can add a Twitter feed, a Facebook feed, or connect to LinkedIn. So much like how with Instagram we need to log in to Instagram to pull in that data, the way LinkedIn works, the API they've provided for us to integrate with, it pulls from your account. So because of that, you need to authenticate. So if you click on Connect to LinkedIn, it will bring you into my profile, which will be very confusing because, like, why is it doing that? Something broken. But what you would do is click on Login to LinkedIn, and then you would log in. I will say that a lot of times customers don't use the LinkedIn app functionality because it's limited to your account or an account you can log into. So if this is San Jose State University LinkedIn account, for instance, if you don't have login credentials, you can't pull in that information. So once that went out there for you, though, is why we do support LinkedIn. You need to log in. With Twitter and Facebook, you're pulling from a public account, so you'll need to actually log into that account. So adding Twitter, click on Add Twitter Feed here. We'll name our Twitter feed. So, and this is going to make an image that we'll add to a slide, a remote image, like we did with our counter app. We'll put the screen name. Oops, I'll put that. So I'll put insert open. So it has to be a public page. You don't need to put the @ symbol before it. If you do, it won't break anything, but you'll see 2 @ symbols in the output it makes for you. So it looks a little funky. You would then choose your layout. So it's kind of hard to tell. Let me zoom in here a little bit. With these layouts here, you have a centered and a sidebar option. So these do make images. So this does not need to be a full screen image. It does make a 16:9 image. So it's designed to be full screen. Doesn't have to be. And you have a sidebar image as well. Since it's an image, you can add it to the left. You don't have to have it on the right. You can move it around. You're just stuck to the aspect ratio. You can always resize, but you wouldn't want to squish it or stretch it because otherwise it's going to look a little messy. So you would just choose your option, and then you would choose your time zone. So the time zone that those posts will be posting at. So since you guys are in Pacific, you probably want to choose that so your timestamps are appropriate. Pretty sure you observe daylight savings time. And then you pick your post to display. So up to the 4 most recent text posts from Twitter. And then you would choose some additional options. I always opt for profile image background and profile image. Makes it stand out a little bit more. If you don't choose those options, the background will be blank and just looks more plain. Does it hurt anything if you don't have those selected? No, but I like the way it's designed, to be honest. You can also choose to change your text style and then the format. So depending upon the font, we have different formatting options. You can also change the text color as well. But since regardless of what options you choose here, you are bound by the light gray background here, you wouldn't want to choose a light text color. A lot of times, again, I just stick with what's already there. A lot of times I see people use red text, which, I mean, it is enough contrast, but personally I don't think it looks very pretty. So again, you can customize it, but it's already been kind of designed for you. You would select active, and then you have a media bridge, so you'd select media bridge as your relay appliance, and click on Save Twitter Feed. And then much like the counter app, it takes about 20 minutes for the preview to populate. So right now we won't see that preview, but I can preview one of the other ones that already exist. So this one was a sidebar one. So again, don't fret when you make it if the preview doesn't show up right away. Just give it time. And then Facebook is similar but also different depending upon what your options you choose. So starts out the same. So we would name it. We would type in the account URL or the profile name. So, and you would check the connection. So you'll get a little check mark. So again, it has to be a public page. It can't be a personal account. And then you have feed categories. So only posts will have the same options as Twitter. So centered or sidebar, up to the 4 most recent text posts, etc. Post with image gives you more options. So this option will give you the ability to make a campaign. Like Instagram, like PowerPoint, it makes a campaign for you. You would change your slide interval, so between 10 and 30 seconds. You can change the template as well if you would like to. I kind of like the simple layout it has today, but again, you can change your background. Time zone, daylight savings time, and then up to the 10 most recent posts. So I always go for more than less. And then active. Check mark active and click Save Facebook feed. So if we're doing just text posts, the same options for Facebook. If we're doing with images, it's a little bit different. So if we're doing with images like we did today, we would add that campaign into our channel like any other campaign. So again, click on the notepad, click on Add Campaign, find our header for Facebook, and it's got a little display. For the text-only post from Facebook or from the tweets option, you would just come into your campaign. I've made this look super pretty now. Click on Remote Images, and you would find your image. So the one I just made won't populate right away because it's still being populated. So let's just see if you find one that already exists I can pull in. So this is a sidebar option. But again, since it's an image, you can place where you want it to be. You can resize it. If it were to be one of the full screen option ones, like this one here, I can double click on it and make it full screen. But again, it's a media asset, so I don't have to make it full screen. I can resize. So these will act as one of your 10 images per slide. So you can have, you can have Facebook and Twitter on the same slide if you wanted to. It's kind of up to you how you want to lay it out. It's just if you're doing Facebook with images, it's making a campaign otherwise. And these will update every 30 minutes as new posts come out.